John Eats Cheap doing a Mrs. Cheap request tonight. Now, this is a recipe you found somewhere
In a book I was reading.
in a book. It was in a book that she read. Maria's Prosaic baked ziti with sausage. Is that
Yes. Yeah,
Prosaic?
Prosaic.
Prosaic.
The book is about like a Food Network type of chef,
Oh.
and there's rumors that she offed her husband.
And baked him in the ziti?
Possibly.
Oh boy.
It's called the Dead Husband Cookbook.
There's no Soylent Green in this.
No.
That's creative though. If that was a movie, I might watch that.
It would be a good movie.
All right. So our ingredients: sweet Italian sausage, crushed tomatoes, garlic. There's some ricotta, and this is a pretty extensive recipe. It's supposed to be ziti pasta. I could not find any ziti. I went to 2 grocery stores, could find no ziti. And I got the closest thing I thought, mini penne. Is that close, Mrs. Chief?
Yeah, kind of.
I don't even.
Same shape.
I don't know what ziti is. Is it kind of a cross between penne and rigatoni? Maybe?
It's a kind of tubular pasta.
Okay, well, this is tubular. It's small.
Yeah, it'll
cook up a little.
It'll
Okay.
be good.
And I was going to make half a batch, but I'm just going to go ahead and make the whole thing. So I got 2 cans of tomatoes. We'll do all the pasta, all the sausage, so Mrs. Cheap can have it to eat all week. She is going to enjoy this for sure. Let's get started by browning off our sweet Italian sausage. So to start off, we have to prepare our sausages. These are in casings. You're supposed to leave them in there and just prick it with a fork. Just get some holes in it so the juice comes out. All right, it's just about a tablespoon of olive oil. I'm just on kind of medium heat. And get the sausages in and brown them up. Get that flavor into that oil. All right, so the sausages are browned off. We set those aside. Got my leftover juice and oil. Supposed to do 5 cloves of garlic. I'm using garlic. That's probably 5 cloves. I mean, 5 cloves is a lot of garlic. I'm just going to stir this up just a little bit. I don't want it to burn. Get the flavor off the bottom of the pan. And add my crushed tomatoes. I'm left-handed, so I do this backwards for Mrs. Cheap. I should probably make an adjustment.
It's fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, because, I mean, I can adjust. I'm practically ambidextrous. Look at that. That is a lot of sauce. Of course, if there's leftover sauce, we can use that for lots of things. I just want to get all that tomato out of there. That's why I'm using the spatula. A couple of healthy pinches of salt. I'm supposed to bring this up to a boil, then turn it down to a simmer. All right, I'm going to put the sausages in there and cover them up in the sauce. So they'll finish cooking. They'll get some good flavor in there.
Back in 45 minutes.
And in fact, I'm going to pour that in there. Don't want to waste the juice. We like the juice. All right, get that on low, and I'm going to put a lid on it for splattering purposes. This is why you have one of those little screens, I think.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go with the lid and stir it occasionally. We got 45 minutes to go. All right, so we're about 30 minutes in. Now, the actual recipe calls for you to tear in fresh basil when the sauce is almost done. I don't have fresh basil. I have Italian seasoning. So I'm going to put some of that in now before it's done simmering, just to get that good oregano basil flavor. All right, so it's been simmering for 45 minutes. It's all bubbly. I'm just going to give it a quick taste here. Tastes good to me. All right, we need to set this aside. Now we need to get our water boiling for the pasta, and we have to cut up our sausages. So let me get the water going and the pasta on. So while we're waiting for the water, we have ricotta cheese and cream. And we're supposed to do 3/4 of a cup of ricotta and mix that up with a 1/4 cup of whipping cream. This is going to be one of our toppings that we dollop with. Gotta love a good dollop. I'm just going to eyeball this because you can't have too much. It's just going on top. 3/4 of a cup, it said. I'm guessing that's probably a generous 3/4 of a cup. And I do have some cream. So we're going to add about a 1/4 cup of that. Just mix that up. Now we need to just cut up our sausages into bite-sized pieces. These will go back in the sauce. So I'm just doing like a little, just kind of like that. It's the whole sausage, but it's, about the size of a quarter, fairly thin. Because we want a lot of them in there, and you don't want a huge chunk of meat when you got pasta. Sausages are all cut up and go back into the sauce. So salted water is at a boil. We're going to cook the pasta. I'm going to dump it all in. You're supposed to cook it 9 minutes according to the box, but the recipe says 4 minutes less than what the box says. So we'll do 5 minutes. 9 by 13 baking dish. We're supposed to grease it with butter. Oven is preheated to 325. Our pasta is draining. That's done. Let me clean up my hands a little here. Because now we need to put about a cup of the sauce into the bottom of the pan. Just cover it. This is kind of like when you make a lasagna, right, Mrs. Sheep?
Yeah, so it doesn't stick on the bottom.
Now we need to add our pasta, which is drained and cooked less than al dente, and add that in. Mix it all up. Oh, this is going to be saucy, but I don't have a problem with that. So we're going into the pan. Spread it out evenly. Hopefully our sausage is good and mixed in there. Don't want any bare spots. Unless somebody's vegetarian, they can have that part. Now, this is our 3/4 cup of ricotta and a 1/4 cup of whipped cream, and you're supposed to just kind of dollop it in there. I guess it's kind of like with lasagna, you just kind of spread it in. They said dollop it in and then press it down, kind of like that. Next, we do the mozzarella. Freshly grated earlier by yours truly, 1/2 pound. They said make sure you use dry or something. Well, this is low moisture. Fresh mozzarella would add a lot of water to this. So yeah, you don't want to do that. Top that with Parmigiano. Oh, it said Reggiano. I think we have Romano, the specially grated kind from Aldi. Supposed to do a 1/2 cup of that. I'm just going to generously put it on there. Now, we're not ready yet. The final touch. Let me get it out of the fridge. 3 tablespoons of butter that you just cube up, and you're just supposed to put these just strategically across the dish on top of the cheese so it'll melt down in there. So that's it. Cover it with foil. We're going to bake it 325 for 35 minutes, and then we'll uncover it for about 10 minutes. There is the finished Maria's Prosaic baked ziti with sausage. All done.
It looks delicious.
It does. Looks like a lasagna. That's what it looks like. I'm going to get Mrs. Cheap her bowl here because she has to try it first. It's hers.
I'm excited.
That butter on top is going to make it extra rich. All right, Mrs. Cheap. Try and get a little bit of everything there.
I will. Some of that top cheese. Oh, there's some of the sausage. There we go.
Careful, that's hot.
It is hot. And it's good.
It is good. I like it. Yeah, it's a lot of work. I don't know if they really did it this way on the show. A lot of work.
Well, it was a fictional book.
And this is a lot of pasta. I mean, we could have easily made half as much and had it for several meals. But Mrs. Cheap requested she will eat it.
I will eat it for lunch.
All week.
That's right.
It's not too much pasta and not enough sauce. And I don't know, maybe mix a little cheese throughout. I think I might do that. It is tasty. And I really like the ricotta in there. There you go. You got any favorite recipes you like from a show or a movie or a book? Mrs. Cheap will probably have more in the future to let us know in the comments. Or a way to maybe kick this up a little. Or make it easier. Let us know in the comments with John Eats Cheap.